Carlo Joseph.
Mikhail Troy now.
We got some amazing content to inspire the amazing people who are willing and ready to go with us. I know we got a lot of amazing people who are ready. They're willing to go with us. And for the ones who don't want to move forward, then like you said, we have to leave them behind. Especially when you have a vision. You know, today is a very powerful topic where everyone is going to learn about why a clear vision brings money and wealth to you. So yes, indeed, Carlo Joseph.
No, and Mikhail, and good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. The amazing thing about that topic is because there's things that when your vision is clear and you have a plan, it brings the money and the wealth to you. And so, we've talked about writing goals down and whatnot. And one of the ways to get your vision across to masses of people is a written plan. Whether it's a summary, whether it's a one-page summary, 7-page, whether it's a pitch deck, business plan, financials. That's write the vision down, make it plain, and they that read it will run with it. And I know,
I, I,
go
I,
ahead.
I want us to hold that point right there. He said, write the vision, make it plain, and then that reader will run with it. Let's hold that point right there. We can go and do this full introduction, and then we'll get into the amazing topic because you're starting to give us some amazing information right away. But I want to make sure we introduce ourselves and give an overview, and then we can get into that. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Moguling Club right here. This is a very special segment of Moguling Talk. I'm going to have Mr. Carlo Joseph introduce himself, give a quick background about him, so all
Oh,
of our people listening
oh,
around the world can know Carlo Joseph.
oh, yeah. Good evening again. Good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. On wealth, I was going to say peace and blessings, but peace and blessings, wealth and riches. My name Carlo Joseph. I'm with a company called Clear Vision, Clear Path Inc. Our company mainly does joint venture funding for entertainment companies. So we fund, we create, we market, and we distribute entertainment content. And what I mean by joint venture funding, we partner with existing companies and entrepreneurs, mainly in the entertainment media space, and we also work in different business. We work with other different business and ventures with profitable companies as well. And we also consult and we raise and deploy capital. And what that basically means, once we raise capital, we deploy it into different amazing deals. And that's our first goal. And that kind of leads us into the segment. And that's enough about me. And thank you for having me, Mikhail.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for that amazing introduction, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give an introduction about myself. My name is Coleman. I am the CEO and founder of MCSLive.net. We are an online event ticket service where you can host all of your events. Simply just go to the site and submit your submit to the link, and hey, in a matter of 24 to 40 hours, your event is up live and you can promote your event, start selling your tickets immediately. The great thing about mcslive.net is that you are able to sell 25% more tickets than any other site. Now, how amazing is that? Also, I am the CEO and founder of mcsstreaming.com, which is a movie, television, and music streaming platform. So for all you amazing music artists, you can start uploading your music right now to the streaming platform and start getting more downloads, more streams there. If you have movies and content as well, we are licensing and acquiring with Clear Vision, Clear Path. MCS Streaming is also acquiring numerous content to stream on our platforms. So I want to let you all know about that. And also, if you love fashion, high-end fashion, I am the creative designer at Michael De Coleman, luxury fashion and beauty brand. That's michaeldecoleman.com. Go over there, head over there now, and get you some amazing high fashion right now. This segment is brought to you by Clear Vision, Clear Path, and Clear, as well as ClearTVNow.com, along with MCSStreaming.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you an overview about Moguling, and we'll get into this amazing topic today. The word Moguling derived from the word mogul. In 2014, I coined the term and turned the word mogul into an action word by adding the ing. So the term moguling means one who has a relentless work ethic to be successful with determination no matter what. You work hard, you are relentless, you will not stop because, like this amazing topic today, you have a vision and your vision is driving you. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to be empowered today with this amazing topic. Learn why a clear vision brings money and wealth to you. Learn why your clear vision brings money and wealth to you. Carlo Joseph, let's get into this topic right now. So, Carlo, let's talk about, I know we were having a discussion earlier. Why is the clear vision so important to bring forth the money and wealth uh, to all of our listeners out there?
We're gonna want to. I was putting some stuff down. Billboard. Everything starts with a vision, and the vision is where it's being able to look into the future and basically see what success would look like, not only for your product or your service or your business, and the people that interact and benefit from that, the people that that product, business, or service solves problems for. It makes their life better, quality of life. So I wrote some things down. So I wanted to go with the billboard. That goes in the write the vision down, make it plain, and they that read it will run with it. And I remember you were saying how you were walking down Rodeo Drive and you were looking at places where you could billboards where you could put your different products and services. It's the same thing. Once it's clear, whether it's shoes, handbags, whether it's streaming service, whether it's whether it's the site MCS Live, once it's clear what that product or service is, you put it in front of, you make awareness about it. So you bring the awareness to the people to know, hey, this is available. And that's how that interaction, that drive, whether it's digital or whether it's the the brick and mortar way, which would be billboards, whether it's digital billboards or regular billboards. Your vision has to be put out there where it's easily understood and it's a simple exchange. You're offering a product or service, and the other people are willing to pay for that product or service or invest in the product or service. So the vision is the driving force behind why we're doing what we're doing and who we're doing it for, and what is everyone going to get out of it. So the vision answers all those questions. And the simple fact of commerce is exchange. See, because the other way, and I'm gonna go for it. When people are just used to letting money make all the decisions, there's no vision. So that's why they always find themselves without money or constantly having to work just to keep up and have money. When you have a vision, the money will continuously, there's billions, trillions of dollars out there, but the vision acts as a magnet and it pulls the money to the dollar amount that you have. So if the goal is 50 billion or 5 million or 500,000, you making that plain and clear will draw that amount to you because that's what it's going to take. So the vision is the ending from the beginning. So it tells you this is what success will look like for the visionary and the vision and all the people that participated and invested in the vision. So it starts with an amazing deal. That's the key to everything. It doesn't start with an amazing amount of money. It starts with amazing, written, clear, simple, and easily digestible, followed written plan, even if it's just a one sheet. Because people say they want money, and if I had the money, but we don't have a clear goal on what's the amount of money you have that will take you from here to 10 years from now. So the vision is 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years, 100 years out. It is ongoing and it's forever living. That's what's the difference between a vision and a dream. The vision benefits masses of people. Everybody can come up with a vision. With a dream, only that one person that has that dream comes up. That's why it's called visions and dreams. The dreams fit within the vision. The vision is bigger than your dream. it surpasses you out. We're talking about decades. Decades of people will still be with your product and service and benefiting from that. So that's what remember the value, that's what brings the wealth in. Now I'm not against all the people that get on and talk about habits and all this other thing. At the end of the day, you have to have something that people are willing to come exchange currency for. That's basically it. That, that's as simple as I could put it. But people want currency with no vision. That's called working. That's called employee. That's called a job. That's the people have to switch their mindset. They're gonna have to visualize what it would look like, what success looks like for them. What does success look like for the clients? What does success looks like for the investors? So the vision is where everybody wins and everybody benefits. That's a successful vision. The investors get what they want out of it. The clients and customers get what they want out of it. The people that ran with the vision get what they want out of it. And the visionary gets what they want out of it. You see the whole thing, Mikhail? It's full circle. Everybody gets something. Like, I don't want to use this term. Everybody will profit when it's a true vision.
You are dropping. I want to commend you. You are dropping some amazing Moguling jewels. I want to say that very powerful. So to everyone who is listening, make sure you have your notepad and your pen there, taking these amazing. I'm telling you, this is powerful. Learn why clear vision brings money and wealth to you. Continue, Carlo. Then I'm gonna go back and.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Let me just go, and we're gonna go into the written, and I'm gonna continue, but I feel that we're just gonna go for it. You're gonna
Absolutely.
have to write down what you want, and I'm just gonna say this: who goes to war at their own expense? No one. That means basically, if you're going to war, everything that you need is provided for. That, like people that invest, funds, institutional investors, that's how they became wealthy. That's what they do. They look for things to put their money into. Now, with that being said, you as the visionary, you the person with the vision, it's not your job to come up with the money. Now,
Mhm.
everybody around you that's telling you that, they're lying. They're lying to you. That's why that's not your job. Your job is to make the vision clear where everybody can understand it. That's it. And your job is to count the costs. Now we're going to move over from counting the cost because you're going to get the exact dollar amount that you accounted for. To make that simple, what you wrote out. So I sat with some people and we consult. I tell them to go find out. Oh, well, let me start with the industry. You're getting the money based on the industry in. So we're in the entertainment business, the entertainment and media industry, $720 billion in revenue and profits. That's what this whole industry. So 10% market share of that, Mikhail, that would be, $72 billion.
Yes.
See, so just like you in the fashion and all the other industries, the water and all the other stuff, there's and what you told me, 84 billion or something. That's what people don't understand. Whatever business you're in, health and beauty, whatever, like finance, or we'll just go with real estate. You have to look at it from the whole. That's your vision is you're now the whole industry is what you have the capability of participating in. That's how they end up knowing who to invest in. It's real simple. It's not just you. Somebody else is doing it, and you're just going to add something better to it, right? Like we're in the blockchain world, crypto world, the smart contract world. Yes, I'm more a part of that because I believe that we should be able to close deals in a day, like or an hour or 15 minutes. It should. So our goal and our clear vision is to be able to get funding to the content providers, the entrepreneurs quickly, just like when you go apply for a loan or a credit card. Maybe you know what I mean? But to get money to move quicker, and that's what I like about the digital currency. I got off track, but I'm getting on that for a reason. So it's the same. It's the same beautiful thing when you go and count the cost. Then there's another thing that comes out of the Bible. Who goes to war at first doesn't sit down and count the cost, or who going to build a big tower or a tower doesn't first sit down and count the cost? Yes, because what's going on is a lack of preparation. That's what's the lack. That's what's the short. What's going on? People are not willing to sit down and says, okay, this is my expenses personally. Now everybody hear this loud and clear. This is how it costs. We'll say $100,000. We'll say $200,000 a year is what it's going to cost me to live. Okay, cover my expenses. We'll say the business will make it $2 million a year is what it's going to take to run the business. Now, if you times that times 10 years, Mikhail, you're a smart guy. That's $20 million. You time the expenses, personal expenses times 10. That's $2 million. So $22 million is exactly what you need from now until 10 years from now. Now, everybody can follow that. Correct, Miguel?
Absolutely.
Everybody could. You see how simple that. So it's just like I gave the example about a child going on a field trip. This is how it works in business, and everybody need to catch this because it goes into my segment about executive summary, written pitch deck, and written business plan. And then after this, say investors want to invest in money in a clear vision. Okay, when your child comes and he says he's going on a field trip or she says she's going on a field trip, they come and the school tells you it's $50 for the ticket, $30 for lunch, and $50 to buy souvenirs and all that. So that's $130. We know that. They don't come, the child doesn't come and say, you say, well, I'm going on a field trip, and say, well, you just give what you want. People do this in their personal life, but when you tell them to sit down and count the cost, and I've dealt with plenty of entrepreneurs like that. I'm gonna say this not to be mean, but the ones who don't count the cost and won't ever write stuff, because I write their stuff or our company writes their stuff for them. They refuse to take what's in their head and just write it down on some paper. Just like going into the grocery store and you have a list of things you need to get and you know the cost of them. So you bring $200 instead of bringing like $30 because you've already mapped out what you're going to get and you've already checked out how much it costs. That's as simple as I could put it, Mikhail. That's counting the cost. Because once you count the cost, correct, now you can move to like, what are you going to do to use that $22 million and make it into $210 million, which is 10 times that amount in 10 years. Now we get into how we're going to generate revenue. Now we're going to get into our marketing. You get where I'm coming from, Mikhail? Now we're going to get how we're going to grow the business where it starts bringing in money and revenue. Again, the clear vision to service, to give our product and service to the clients that want that product and service. I'm going to switch to entertainment because me and you both in there, and you're going to get this. MCS streaming live and Clear Vision TV now. If we got SUV, right, we bought it from Dick Wolf. We were able to get his whole catalog, right? Special Unit, you know what I'm talking about, Law and Order, right? We're able to buy his catalog for him for $2 billion, correct? Follow me, Mikhail?
Absolutely. I'm following you.
Okay.
Yes.
So we put it on both of our sites and we market it, right? So we're now we'll use $800 million a year, right? For 10 years. It costs the $2 billion to get it. So we're bringing in $800 million, right? A year times 10, right? And you do the math for that. I'm not getting into that per month. We'll just go per year. So in 10 years, we made $8 billion. But since we made that move to get $2 billion to buy his catalog out, put it on our, right? We got that traffic to come by the subscriptions from both of our stuff, both of our streaming platforms. You follow me so far?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely. So audience, for all our audience who are
Yeah, go
listening,
ahead.
basically, acquisition. Okay, so you acquire
Yes,
something that already has a track record, so that you can obtain their
and
audience,
an audience.
build your
That's really
audience.
good. Yeah.
So all of our listeners, you have a business right now, or whatever you're doing, you want to look into the aspect of how can you acquire another business along the same as what you're doing to elevate your business. So just
It's
keep
called
that
leverage. It's called leverage. Like
build.
basically, it'll propel you. Basically, I'm stopping, Mikhail. Basically, when you acquire something that always has a track record, it made it seem like you've been in business for how long they've been on there? 24 years. So you have a 24-year history by it's sort of like what we doing, Mikhail. How like it's Clear Vision and MCS and Moguling. We're
Yeah.
all So, well, I'll let you finish.
No, that was it. I was just agreeing with you. Continue.
Yes, and the reason why I'm so passionate about it, because I see the ones who do it, they're gonna get exactly what they wrote and exactly what they need. And I see the ones who don't want to do it, and they're constantly wondering when's the money coming. It's not.
Until you get that
Say it.
clear. until you get
Thank you, Mikhail. I said that because I knew you. I wanted to give you the room to say that part.
absolutely.
Yes, it's
Oh,
coming because I knew you was gonna say it. You was
yeah.
gonna tell them. It will come when the vision is clear. I didn't say it had to be some elaborate thing. I didn't say it had to be all perfect. But if somebody asks you to send them something on how much you need, just make it simple. It's easy. And I don't want to use the word lazy and I don't want to use the word slothful because I'm going to say that's the part about being diligent. Every day for everybody's hearing my voice. Every day you're perfecting your craft and you're getting better for your business. So you may be doing this for 20 years, you may be doing this for 5 years, 10 years, 5 months, 20 minutes, whatever the time. There's coming a time that all of the money, you're going to get all of the money for your past, present, and future. Excuse me. And
Mhm.
that's why it's important to keep the vision out there clear. Because there's monies all over the world looking to invest.
Yes.
There,
Very.
so the thing I'm doing with Mikkel, I'm kicking all the doors down. And it was real easy. The easiest money, just like the child that got the $130 for the field trip. You get all your money before you execute your vision. Now I know people like, how could that be? That's exactly how it can be. There's people that just do the vision with no plan, but Mikkel, you and me both know what happened. It doesn't go anywhere. Time, and I don't want to talk about companies that they just their business plan, their vision it just didn't go anywhere. It's like they're on the hamster wheel. No innovation, no vision. Okay, we're switching subjects. Let's go into what you talked about, Mikkel. So you being the best writer, you looking at the landscape of creative content, whether it's TV shows, films, and you said it verbatim. There's nothing too creative coming out there, and we're not gonna mention these two competitors' names because we're not here to do that. But you did say it based on say the drama, based on say the different genres. I'll let you elaborate. We don't have to mention names of anyone. You said it. You're for your time, your audience. This is your time where you're the best writer, the best creator, and all you're looking for is the $25 million or plus, the 25 million to do it, the 25 million for the prints and advertising, and then having the extra money for the distribution. And that's what we talked about this week. Would you like to elaborate on that conversation without
Absolutely.
mentioning the names?
Absolutely. What I will say to all our audience that's listening, basically, we had a conversation earlier this week, is that when you are the best at what you do,
Yes,
you're the best in the vision that God gave you. You just can't not be denied. Someone else may already be, at
no,
a
go ahead.
certain because they got the revenue, but I promise you, when you stick to that vision, to all of our listeners, you cannot be denied because that vision will come to pass because that's what pushes you, that's what motivates you, that's what inspires you, that's what makes you relentless. A lot of people tell me like, man, you just don't stop, you just don't quit. You know why? Because I am vision driven. God gave me a vision and I must carry the vision out. So it doesn't matter about the money. The money comes as long as what? I continuously push the vision. Push the
Hmm.
vision. So for all of our listeners who are listening, you gotta continuously push your vision. And to piggyback off what Carlo stated earlier, make sure you have a clear vision. Your vision must be clear. You must count the cost in the beginning. You must also write down every
Yes.
single thing. You got to be very detailed. You have to become very prepared.
Yeah.
For everything, all expenses. You got to count that cost.
And,
Count that cost.
and Mikkel, and I'm telling everybody, you got to look 10 years down the road.
Yes,
Okay. Now,
into the future.
okay. No, I just heard this. Make it 20. 20
Mhm.
years from now, if, okay, Mikkel, I got to put you on the spot.
Sure.
Okay. Mikkel's getting, say, 25 million. What is it? 15 million? So if we go 15 million, right, times 20, that's what you got to get, Mikkel. So you tell me the amount. What's 15 million times 20? 20
Uh,
years from now. Right now, today, that's the number you're going to have to be at. It's real simple, Mikhail. You want me to do it? It's 15 times 20.
Yeah, it's about $1 billion. I got it
No,
roughly.
no, you got to be exact. Remember?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? And hey, and I'm glad you said that. You know why? You know why the vision has to be clear and why you have to count the cost and put it in writing. So when somebody sees it, an investor sees it, institutional investor sees it, somebody that can write the check or wire
It's
that money and do the
3.
contract, they need to know that this is the number. You can't. Okay, I don't like to bring up Eminem, but he says it's something very. You only got one. So you can't say you need. Say we'll make it 3 billion. You can't say you need 3 billion. You really needed 30. Whatever you need, you better write, and it better be what you need. Because it's not one of these things you can go back. Oh, you know what? We miscalculated. We needed this. No, you don't come in with that under mentality. That's why. That's why I stretched it to 10, to 20. So
Right.
now it makes it where you're gonna ask for more than and you know why? When you say 20 years, oh, they're letting it go. Because that's how the big institutions, that's what they invest for. They invest for the long game. I don't like to use that word. They invest for down the road. That's what an investment's for. The future. So 20 years into the future, that's when you need to be good. So you're asking for everything right now. So 20 years into the future, you'll make this will grow 10 to 20 times what they gave you. They know that. Even at 2%, at a 2% clip, that still was a great investment 20 years out for an investor.
Absolutely.
And people they make this just so hard. It's like taking an order. But the investor is coming to fulfill your order. The investor's like the chef. They're coming. The waiter is you, and you're bringing it to the kitchen. When he reads it or she reads it, I'm for balance, so the ladies don't. They're gonna fulfill that order. They're gonna cook that up. Mikhail, I need that number because it goes along with my example. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's the number. And when you tell them that's what you need, that's what they're gonna give you. Right? You don't order 3 pancakes and they give you what's that thing? They give you 3 French toasts. Correct? You get 3 pancakes. Correct, Miguel?
Yes, that's correct. It's 300 million.
Okay, yeah, I knew I was right. So there you go. For you to do it right, that's the number. And you were right. And I got to say this in front of everybody, Mikhail. You were right. You were right. You were right. You were right. Because you said that. You don't remember. You said something north of 200 million. I think you said like 500 million. You said you want to do a plan. And I said, okay, Mikhail, do that. And I think I sent you one for 250 mil. And I sent you the one for 8.3 billion. I sent you the one for the 20 billion. But you were right. See? 300 million.
Yes.
Yes. So with 300 million, how much creativity can you push? Remember I told you, oh, and for everybody listening, speed the market. That means, remember, we fund, right? So you got the 300 million today, correct? Now we create, right?
Yes.
Second phase,
Hmm.
we market. And you ain't really get into it, right, Mikhail? But I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Yes, you were saying how we'll just say group A, or entertainment A had saw your your uh your your synopsis, correct? Entertainment A went ahead and created the
Yeah.
same
Mhm.
synopsis. They saw you and they saw your trailer. You got to tell the story right, Mikhail, for everybody to listen. I'm just saying you can say the name of your stuff because it's your stuff, but I didn't want you to mention any names, like of who the people were or whatever.
Absolutely.
So
Well,
yeah,
what
go ahead.
what Carlo is basically elaborating on
The
is that.
whole Facebook stuff, and you compared both. Just don't mention the person's name. That's
uh,
all.
So basically, what I did from a creative standpoint and a visionary, okay,
Yeah.
a visionary that has been way before the time of a lot of things you all are seeing now. I was creating this stuff in 2012, even before 2012, but 2014. So there's particular major TV series that's out, but I created my TV series called Broken Promises in 2014. We pushed it out, one episode, advertised it on a main streaming channel, network channel, and this other gentleman, he or his staff, they saw the trailer and the concept that also we had posted on Facebook, and they took the entire synopsis and they utilized the entire synopsis. Okay, now with the entire synopsis being utilized, they already had the major revenue to say, you know what? Oh, this is a great idea. This is a great vision. Let us grab this, and hey, we can push it because they had the money, and that's basically how they particularly undercutted me. But I had the vision, okay. But they was able to grab it and push because they had the money. So Carlo, when he says speed to market, means that you have to have all the revenue so you can do everything fully. See, at the time, I didn't have all the revenue, so I was putting out, small episodes. But what it was doing, it was sharing with people who had the money my vision, and they could just utilize it or steal it, borrow it, and use my vision to push their agenda. Not only that, in 2006, I wrote a script entitled "Sweet Revenge of a Bitter Woman" that became the motion picture "Obsessed" that starred Beyonce and Idris Elba. So I am the original writer of that. See, that's why the vision is so important. I'm the visionary, so what I did, I took the vision that God gave me, I wrote it out, I made it plain, and at the time, 2007, as a what I would call a writer trying to establish himself. Of course, I had my script copywritten, but when you're submitting your scripts, you're trying to get that opportunity to get the funding and the backing behind you. And so, what typically happens, in Hollywood, is that the executive producers or the of these companies, uh, they will steal your script. They'll steal your idea, and they will put it out, and they try to tweak things where possibly they will hope that you won't know it's your work. But when God gives you a vision, you know that that's your work because you know that only came from God, and God placed it into you. And not only that, when you have proof that you have submitted your body of work to them with letters that the companies have sent you back, along with uh, information that you can go through verbatim and compare line for line your work that was created way, well in advance to a major product coming out. You know for certain that you are the visionary. You are the visionary. So, um, yeah, you know,
Well, Mikhail, what I was basically saying is that what you did was so clear that
yeah,
they were able to run with it. That was my whole point. It works for like basically, I know you got into all that other aspect, but when a vision's clear, anybody could run for it. Because remember, you said even down to the same slap. You had a slap in your trailer and they used the same slap. And
exactly.
see, and you said the revenue, no, the financial backing, and they had the capital to get the speed to market. So remember, our conversation was about, since we deal with the market. I said, okay, so now you've now said you need a budget for 300 million to make this run, this 20-year run, correct? 20-year run of creating
Yeah,
content. And the part you didn't say to the listeners was about you. Okay, I'm just gonna say you putting content out that will have a longevity with which compared to what's out in the creative landscape now. And when I
right.
mean by creative landscape, the television series that are out now, the movies that are out now. See, and that's hard because Mikhail, I don't know, when we get on, you don't want to tell people, like when it's me and you say it all. Maybe that's probably, but that's what I mean, because you have, and remember we talked about the script, like we talked about selling some of your scripts or licensing some of your scripts. So right now, when you have creative product, when you have, I call it IP and intellectual property, creative, when you have things that are valuable, and Mikkel, in two instances, we're not going to get into the whole stealing and the names and all, but everything Mikkel creates turns into profit, and his document is already proven. And that's what I was telling Mikkel. I said, okay, well, with the finances that you get, because remember, I said, who goes to war at their own expense? And I'm saying this straight. When you get into business and you're in the entertainment business and you're creating content, you have to have the capital. And this goes for whoever's listening. That's the only industry I know you must have all the capital up front to execute. You must have it to be able to, am I correct me if I'm wrong, Mikhail, to sign on that the talent, right?
Yes.
To
Hmm.
do the marketing, to go get the director, because you're dealing with agents. And another thing that you also said as a visionary and with a clear vision, you already know the type of actors or roles, the actors, what is it, actors and actresses that will fit in the type of role. So you laid it out. Remember you was telling me about your vision for certain movies, who would play and who, and then a certain group used the same people, and it was, they were very profitable, and all of their movies were successful
Yes.
because of the people that you chose, and you chose to share it with somebody. So what I'm using you, Mikhail, as a living example of money comes to money and wealth and money comes to a clear vision.
Yes.
Because Mikhail, remember, I'll say this in front of everybody. Didn't you just write your stuff? That's all you did, correct?
That's it. That's all I
Okay.
did. Wrote
How
it.
much money did it cost you to write that and create that? Please tell me the truth.
For me to write it and create it,
Yeah,
money,
how
it,
much money?
it didn't cost me anything but time.
Okay. Stay right there. So something that didn't cost you anything, you gotta help me, Mikhail. Name the one and say how much money did it make. We'll leave the stealing and all that part, who stole it and all that out. Just tell me tell me the two things that, just because I got, that's the only way to pull stuff out of you. I just gotta ask you to say it. There's something that cost you nothing to write and you created. Tell me how much one of them yielded already. And you can say the name of it.
Okay, well, the first one yielded over $73 million. And that was the title, Sweet Revenge of a Bitter Woman, that became the movie Obsessed.
Okay, good. Now, $73 million, right?
Yes.
Off of something, off of a clear vision,
Yes.
correct?
Hmm.
This ain't about me tonight. I'm gonna make it about you. So, if I was sitting back and I knew that everything you touch that cost you zero brought in 73 mil, don't you think anything that you put out as far as script and creative writing ability? And oh, this one everybody needs to know this one. Sit, I can't say the name. There was a production company that put an ad out in the paper. This goes with everything we're talking about, Mikhail. And then the lady that wrote what's known as the Terminator franchise and the Matrix franchise, she sent her scripts in. Of course, long story short, the people took her stuff and ran with it. What's known, so these long listed franchises, in two of them, the Matrix and Terminator, came from what turned into, can we say this, Mikhail? These are multi-billion-dollar franchises. They've
Yep.
made over at least 3 billion or more of both of them in the
Yep.
box office. And can we say this? One of them spanned almost over 40, 30 years, correct? Terminator? The 80s to now?
Yeah. So at 30 years, yeah, over 30
Yeah,
years.
and one's going on 2 decades.
Yes. Hmm.
So when I say do 20 years, that's about right.
Yeah. That
See,
is.
see, we have evidence, and we ain't even get to me yet, but I'll stay on McKell. We have evidence that vision does bring wealth and money to you. You and when I said count the cost, because when you go into business, you have to understand you're in competition. So right now, if Mikkel did 5 scripts, right, and and I'm say this in front of everybody. I hope you got this recorded. I
Yes. It is.
guarantee you, if he licenses scripts out, every everything he touched would, and whoever got it, name the names you said you wanted to talk to, Sony. Go ahead and say them. You said them. Some people you want to Warner Brothers, Universal, and I said no, Mikhail. I said Mikhail, put an ad out, and I told you straight up what to charge, and I told you how to execute. But I told you to write the vision out, make it plain, and let them come to you. Correct?
Yes. Hmm.
And then you, again, write the vision out, make it plain, say what the terms are. Because
Absolutely.
you don't have to blink. You already know everybody copies your style.
Yeah.
And you say, well, man, oh, it's going to come to me. You said something that was just groundbreaking about the creativity. You saw the landscape out there. We're not gonna mention names. We're not here for that. We'll just stick with what we're here for vision. We're here for vision. We're here for vision that's clear will bring you wealth and money. And the people who keep running in the gaps of money and just say, oh, well, I'll do this when I have the money. I'll tell them, no, you're going to do it when you have a written vision. You're going to do it when you count the cost. And you're going to do it when you can have both of those things together and the money will come to you. Why wait 20 years when you can get 20 years worth of the money right now?
Absolutely.
There's no need to work. So, okay, the child that wanted to go on a field trip, did he have to wait 3 weeks? Did he have to go get a job to get it? Or the minute he showed it to his parents, they just gave him the money? Or the minute, like I bought lemonade from a child and it was very good. So even if they told him to go out there and raise it, the minute he would have told me, hey, I said, what you out here doing this for? He said, hey, I need $300. I was like, well, there it is. It was laid out. It's $300 and it's for the AAU basketball trip. But do you see, you get where I'm coming from? Everybody gets what they want once it's written.
Yes.
This works for everybody.
You're right.
And I've been very good because I ain't saying anything bad or funny. But then we have another group that feels they're just grabbing after money with no vision. Those are called employees.
Yes.
Yes, I said it right. Those are called employees. Because you're going to work out another man's vision. It's either you push yours and you refine yours and get your right and count the cost, or you're going to find yourself getting paid at another man's vision. You're going to be running with somebody else's vision. So either way, you're going to be part of a big vision, or you're going to be a consumer in a vision, or like the people that invest stock, or you're going to be invested in a vision. Right? If you pulled out the top stocks right now, how many people are invested in them? So vision benefits everybody on every level, from the top to the bottom. Everybody's going to benefit. Mikhail, correct me if I'm wrong, right? People
Yes.
that invest in the stock, when it's public, they're getting something, right? When the
Yes.
company, the shareholders, they're getting something, right?
Exactly.
The employees, they're getting something, right?
Yes.
The consumers and the customers, they're getting something, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
So think how selfish that is for you to have a vision and won't write it. For you to have a vision and won't take the time and just find out how much money you need, personally and for your business. And then just times it times 10 or times it times 20. And there you go. Then you can say, now I need the money because I know I need 300 million, or I know I need 20 million, or whatever it is, 500 grand, 50 grand. What you get what I mean? Now we can go. Now the money comes.
Absolutely. That's
Just to throw your hands up in the air and just say, oh, when I get the money, I'll go. How much? We send a kid on a field trip with $20. It costs $50 to get in. Is he getting in, Mikhail?
No.
Or is she getting in, or he or she? No.
No, because they don't have enough. They haven't.
Okay. That's what happens with no vision.
Exactly.
You summed it up.
You got to have it all.
Yes.
To go all the way in, to get all the way in and to go full out. You need to count the cost. You need all of the money to fulfill your vision, just like that person needs all of that money to get into that event.
Yeah, they're going on a field trip. They're going to say it right. $50 to get for the ticket, the trip, $30 for lunch or whatever they're going to eat, and then $50 for spending. They need all three.
Exactly.
You're not going to have them sitting out there, everybody else eating and they're not eating, because the costs weren't calculated right.
Exactly.
Or because somebody sent them out there with not enough money.
True.
The two statements I want everybody to remember. Who goes to war at their own expense? No one. And who goes to war without, or building something big, like desiring to do something big, right? Mikhail, you're desiring to do something big without first sitting down the cost. It says less that you go try to do it with not enough, and then everybody sees it half done. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing half completed visions because it's half completed counting. I don't know if that made sense, but you get what I mean. They didn't fully count the cost they cut corners. That's why they didn't have enough to go all the way. That's all it is. When you talk about companies going bankrupt, let me just fix it for you. They didn't have enough. They was banking on the people. They was banking on the customers instead of just saying, "Hey, we're gonna make sure we're here 20 years out." And it's something about having that longevity.
Yes,
You use this word, not me.
absolutely. Longevity.
No. Track record.
Track.
Man. Dick Wolf stuff. Law and Order. 28 years and count. They're going almost 30 years.
Absolutely. Well
And
said.
that's entertainment content. They got about 4 or 5 different spinoffs of it.
Oh yeah, they do. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure your vision is clear. You are getting what I call Moguling University business training right here. A lot of podcasts or a lot of clubhouse, they're not going to give it to you like this, okay? They're going to sugarcoat it. We're going to give it to you straight and uncut, okay? We can get right down to what it needs to be in order for you to soar, okay? As a visionary, like Carlo said, you got to count the cost and you have to make your vision clear, okay? Make your vision so clear. I'm going to recap real quick as we get ready to wrap up some amazing points that Carlo Joseph stated. And get your notepad and pen out, people, all our listeners. With a vision, the vision looks into the future to see what the success looks like in the future. The vision also does what? It solves problems. Okay? When you have a vision and you're creating something, what problem can you solve? Okay? Also, preparation is so important. Counting your costs, like Carlos said. Okay? Count your expenses. How much it's going to cost? Okay? And also understand, how are you going to grow in the business? You know, how are you going to grow in that business that you have? What's your driving force? What drives you to obtain your goal? What's your vision? That vision should drive you. Okay. Billboards. The billboard aspect is, you walking into the future. You seeing, okay, this is what this is going to be. Okay, with your business, you can see, where you would like a billboard to be at, what city, on what street, what highway, based on what the visibility of the people who can see your billboard, the eyes that are on your billboard. So you have to think about all of that stuff in business when you are moving forward as a visionary. You got to be able to see the future. Why you do it? Of course, you do it because what? It's your vision. You're following the vision. Who do you do it for? Okay, your audience, your customers, leave a legacy, empower people, solve problems. And remember, your vision pulls the money to you. When you have a vision, the vision pulls the money. Okay, not the money pull the vision. The vision pulls the money to you. Now, of course, yes, the money helps fuel the vision. So be very clear and plain.
Yeah, Mikhail, can I say something? I want to excuse you on that point.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Mikhail, you cracked the code right there. That's it. The money pulls the vision in the direction of the money. That's not. That's what, and I'm gonna just say it bluntly. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna go well because the money's gonna fail.
Right.
And I know people not ready to hear that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The money doesn't lead the vision. The vision, like you said, Mikhail, the money fuels the vision. The money's equivalent to we need jet fuel. We have a private plane, and we put the fuel in we can go further, faster. That's what the money does.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But the fuel ain't finna, like, you know what I'm saying? The fuel, the fuel goes in the plane, not the plane goes in the fuel. If that makes sense. The fuel resides in the plane. The plane doesn't reside in the fuel. So the money resides in the vision. And see, in that mindset, you just saved everybody like decades of failure and disappointment. Dave, you saved everybody with that statement right there. Because
Absolutely.
people, and you've lived it, so we can talk about it. Investors, they've let investors pull them and hold them back. Yeah, who muzzles an ox and that treaded out the corn?
Mm,
The visionary want to go, but if the child want to go on a field trip, but we gave them $20 instead of 50, or gave her $20 instead of 50, can they get in? No. And that's what happens when money tries to control the vision. Because they're gonna say, well, we're not gonna do this unless you tweak the vision. And you gave an example. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was good.
yes.
You said it one time. You said you sided with the investor and a situation didn't go right. And then you got blamed. But you were listening to the money instead of the money listening to you. I'll say one thing. Money submits to vision.
Absolutely.
Vision doesn't submit to money. I don't care what people say, how they feel. You do, you submit the money submits to the vision, because the money is called an amazing deal, something that's going to turn and be profitable. That's why the money's coming to get involved. So make it a dollar. So if the person that's putting $1 in knows that they're going to get $10 in 5 years, they're with it.
Absolutely. Well
Yeah.
said.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mikhail, but yeah, you that's what you broke the code right there when you said that.
Oh, thank you so very much. I'm glad you jumped in and elaborated on that right there. Uh, very, 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 very powerful. And I wanted to touch on the aspect. You said um, money fuels the vision, and I love the example you gave where the fuel is needed for the plane, because the fuel is needed for the plane, but the plane is it has the visionary on it. The visionary is taking that plane to a destination. So a person can have all the money in the world, okay, but if they have no vision, it ain't going nowhere. Because
Oh,
believe
hey,
that.
Mikhail, I heard this one time. Say, what's money without a vision? Taxed. You
Exactly.
get it?
Yeah, taxed.
Yeah, you get it. For well, the people that's got money, they know what we're talking about.
Uh,
Yeah, if that money just sits there, you're paying taxes.
Absolutely, and you're losing it. Yeah,
Yeah, because everybody knows this. With inflation and everything, a dollar today is worth more than a dollar like 20 years from now. The spending power. Okay, the people that's born in the 30s and 20s, they know what I'm talking about. A dollar went way further. 5 cents loaf of bread and all that. They know
yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about. So you need to put your money in a vehicle that grows with inflation, and that's a tax haven. This is okay. Everybody needs to know this. All wealthy people have one thing in common. They recognize vision. I'll
yes.
just leave it at that. And they get involved.
There you go. You got
They
to get
get involved and they support. They put their money in.
support.
Facebook guy put 1,000 in and made him a billionaire 4 years later. So it doesn't matter the amount. It's just get involved. Remember, don't we do this, Mikhail, with people? We
Yes,
tell
we
them,
do.
what do they have? Put that in. You
Exactly.
got to do something.
You got to get in.
I was gonna make it.
You have to
Okay, so
get in the game.
somebody had the lotto numbers right, Mikhail, but they didn't buy a ticket. Are they gonna collect that 300 million or 100 million lotto?
No, they're
They
not.
weren't involved.
No, that
A
wasn't
company
involved.
went public and they thought about buying the stock, but they didn't. They was gonna buy 100 shares at like a penny, right? That's $1, and them 100 shares turned into 10 million. Didn't they miss it?
They missed it. Yes.
They missed it because they didn't go spend. Okay, we'll make it $10, whatever, dollar 10. They missed it because they said they were gonna do it, but they didn't do it. They
But
didn't put
they,
their money in. So when it went public, and it's like, oh, it's like, oh, I ain't buy it. Yes, that's what's going on. People are missing their opportunities. Remember we talked about writing our goals down? You keep
yes.
it before you and watch it get handled. Just before I got on, Mikhail, I was looking through my emails and I saw something that was a goal and it had got handled. And it's so funny. I had to like before I got on there, I said, wow, because it was written. That's it. Without asking you to do anything hard. Yeah, people like, oh, and the people that fight me, they're the main one waiting for me to give them some money. And I've done and I'm doing the same thing I asked them to do. Write it down.
Absolutely. And like you said, that
Refuse.
vision must be clear,
Yeah.
must be clear. So with that being said, Carlo, what is the last statement you would like to leave our audience with tonight? Some
Oh yeah.
empowerment.
Yeah. This is about when the vision is clear, the facts, the temporary circumstances and situations don't matter.
Mm,
The vision will take you to the top. And
absolutely.
and the vision never stops.
Right.
Yeah, that was I meant to say what I put. Yeah, the vision will take you to the top and it'll never stop.
Absolutely. Well said. The vision will take you to the top and it would never stop.
Yeah, the vision won't. You can stop, but the vision will keep going. That's why that. Remember I told you about recusing yourself.
Yes.
Once you put the vision out there, I don't want to say this to be funny, Mikhail. Isn't obsessed already out there?
It's out there.
So
Yes.
20 years from now, somebody pops it in and checks it out. It's still going, right?
Still
People
going.
still. Okay, one of my favorite movies, Coming to America's, right?
Yes.
Now that's over 30 years old, right?
Yes.
People still watching it. Trading
Still.
Places, same thing. They still enjoying it like it just came out.
Yes. That's true. It's true.
Yeah. Let me write that down. He said the vision won't stop. The vision will keep going. What did I say? Say it again, Mikhail.
Oh well, basically you said
The vision will keep going.
vision will keep going. Yes.
It will not stop. The vision will never stop.
Yeah.
Oh no. The vision will take you to the top,
Yes, your vision will take you to the top. Yeah.
and it will never stop.
When we're in the moment, sometimes it just be coming out, and then we kind of like forget, what we have already said. That's why we go back and listen to the replay. So all of our audience members, you can always go back. We have so much content that we are creating right here at the Moguling Club for Moguling Talk. You can listen to this replay as well as other empowerment Moguling replays. You can also subscribe to cleartvnow.com and also listen to the podcast Clubhouse on there, as well as going to mcsstreaming.com on both of the platforms and listening back to this amazing empowerment
Take
Moguling
you to the
content.
top.
Um,
Never stop.
and with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to leave you all with just be empowered. Make sure you have your vision, make your vision clear. Be very, very clear. And write down everything you need, and it will be provided. Write down everything you need, and it will be provided. Thank you all, ladies,
No.
today, right here for another segment on Moguling Club, Moguling Talk, where our topic has been learn why a clear vision brings money and wealth to you. We'll see you next time.